Hello, I'm Angela Princeville, and on today's Ask AP segment, I'm going to be answering the question, my spouse refuses to pay for my kids' activities, what do I do? Well, the starting point is special and extraordinary expenses are expenses that are in addition to child support. So a lot of people have the misconception that if they're paying child support, then they don't have to pay anything additional. That may or may not be. It depends. If it's depending on how much child support you're paying, it depends on how much the activity costs. So I'm going to again throw numbers to give this context. If you're paying a base child support of say $1,500 a month and a child is registered in swimming, for example, then obviously, if it's a cheap swimming lesson, and I use cheap very loosely here. So if it's about $88, for example, per season, which I have seen sometimes, then that would not be a special and extraordinary expense. It would be expected that the base child support amount should cover that. Now, if your child is playing soccer on the other hand, and they're playing competitively, I'm not talking about just house league, but if they're playing, at a high level, then those expenses can be a lot, and you're required to contribute to that. Proportionate to your incomes is usually that's what the law says. So you pay the base child support amount, and then the amount of the activity is shared between the parents proportionate to incomes. Now, there's a lot of considerations that go into this, right? Was there consent? Did the other party raise an objection to this activity? How does the child feel about participating in it? What was your lifestyle like before separation, where the children involved in activities, and that's sort of what they're used to? So there's obviously a lot that goes into the analysis, but I'm going to keep this short, and the answer is your spouse does have an obligation to contribute their proportionate share to the children's extracurricular activities, subject to a whole host of other factors that may change my answer. So until next time, I hope this helps. Bye for now.